Well, I think an advantage that all of you have that I didn't have as a field rep. Okay, so everybody just do me a favor, pull out your phone real quick. Okay, and you should have two screensavers. One is you're locked, and then one is once you open it. Is that correct? Anybody have the same picture of both? A couple of you, yeah? Okay, just show of hands who has the same picture for both. Okay, put your hands down. Who has a different picture? Okay, about 50-50. I have two different pictures. But my guess is whatever that picture is on your phone motivates you. And I don't care really what the motivation is. It could be a picture of a car, like an exotic car, right? Like I think Benny Madrid, right? All of his video, maybe not all, but his Instagram reel is him and his Ferrari and his watch. Does that sound familiar? Anybody that follows him on Instagram? For whatever he's got the watch. I assume it's a Rolex, and I know it's a Ferrari. And he's cruising, and I know that really appeals to some people. Like, well, that's what I want. That's my life. I want that car. I want that watch, man. Benny's my guy. And so that would be my screensaver. Then there's, if you were to pull out my screensaver, oh, wow, what a beautiful family, Jamie. I'm like, I know. The secret to having good-looking kids, you need a good-looking wife. So I've got a beautiful wife. I've got 3 good-looking kids. Oh, where are you guys? Well, we took that in Kauai. We're in Kauai in February. That's a picture. Oh, man, that's wonderful. That's my screen on the locked screen. That's a motivator. So if I'm ever feeling like I need a little pick-me-up, a little boost, a little, what are those 5-hour energy drinks? I don't even know if those are still around, but some little shot of like adrenaline, there's my why. Okay, big why, big try. Okay, I'm going to put in a ton of effort because I've got these eyes that are looking at me every day, counting on me to get out there and produce and do something productive and be a father, be a husband, and provide a great life for them. There's my motivation. I don't need to look any further. If I do want to look further, I can open it up and I got another picture. Oh, there's the same usual suspects. Oh, and there's a couple dogs in that picture as well, too. I've got to take care of my dogs. You know, they joined me for that second picture with all my apps on it. But I would use that screen, like I would be very intentional about what picture you decide to put on your screensaver. Like there is, again, to answer that question directly, like be methodical. Don't just be random about it. Like what motivates you? What can you look at as a reminder of why you have to get out there and win today? And put that on your phone. If you want a couple of them, again, you've got the locked and you've got the opened, but a picture is worth 1,000 words. And so I'll rotate them every 6 months. I'll change them out, but I want something that just motivates me. No matter what I'm doing, I look at that, I can't help but smile. And you'll never catch me lazy when I look at those beautiful faces looking at me and I got to go win the day. So use your screensaver to your advantage. I didn't have a screensaver when I started because we didn't have cell phones. So again, once the cell phone thing became a real thing, I'm like, oh, what a beautiful extra benefit that nobody thought of. Everybody thought, oh, you get to call, you get to do apps, there's so many benefits. No. You got a major motivational tool in your pocket looking at you when you need to pick me up. That's one of the big values of a cell phone. Never thought of that, did you? Or maybe you did because you do pick your phone, but again, if you need that boost, there's your 5-hour energy drink right there. You feel like cutting out of the field a little early today? You look at that, you're like, yeah, I'm not cutting out today. Today's not the day. You didn't hit your numbers, and it's that time. You look at that, you know what? I'll do 15 more minutes. 15 more minutes go by, you look at it again, you know what? I'm going to do 15 more. And then what's interesting, when you have those days, I've had enough days under my belt where I'm just not getting the numbers. It's one of those days I'm considering, like I've hit the time, I've hit the clock, so to speak. I'm ready to pack it in. Didn't quite hit the numbers, but I've pushed that extra 15 minutes, and I've gotten big numbers in the last 15 minutes. And those days have done something to my psyche where I come to the office the next day, and they're rattling off high rollers, they're giving Jamie credit, and I'll say my speech, but nobody knows the real challenge that I spent 7 hours getting mediocrity, and I got some big numbers that floated at the end of the day because I went pushing that extra mile, and I was playing these mental games with myself of whether I should stick around 15 more minutes in the field And those extra miling moments where I hit big numbers, they changed me. It helped me land a new gear that I didn't even know that I had. It's kind of like when you work out and you got a guy yelling at you, one more, you're like, you jerk, and you give it one more. Listen, all your growth comes from after your muscles are burned. Muhammad Ali never counted reps until he was tired. Never counted reps. The rep counting started when I'm exhausted. All right, now let the counting begin. 1, 2. I mean, you want to be a champion, you got to think like a champion. You don't feel like doing something, you look at that phone, there's your extra 15 minutes, your motivation, keep doing that. Longest day I was ever in the field till was 1 a.m. So this is back in the crazy days when I started, where, again, we're selling coupons like door to door. I wasn't literally knocking on doors at 1 a.m. But if you wanted to go the extra mile, you could go to like a 24-hour CVS or something like that, and you'd have to stand under the light, obviously, because you don't want to scare the crap out of somebody in the dark. Like, hey, excuse me. So you got to be under the light, and hey, how you doing today? And I hit my numbers, at 1 a.m. I don't know if I've ever had as good of a sleep as I did that night. I was tired when I woke up the next day, but I felt like a winner. Nobody knows the hell that I had to go through to hit my numbers. Other guys could hit the numbers in normal time, but no, Jamie, the slow guy coming out of the gates, the turtle in the race, took me till 1 a.m., but I hit the numbers, and I had a new gear of confidence. So you want as many days like that under your belt as you can get. Days that the day is done and you got mediocrity, you push another 15 minutes, push another 30 minutes, you hit big numbers, you need, 50 days like that under your belt. Watch what happens if you get 50 of those days under your belt. You're not the same person. You're a different animal. Kobe Bryant was a different animal. I don't have to tell you guys to watch Redeem Team, right? But watch Redeem Team. Kobe Bryant's on his way to the gym when everybody else is on their way up the elevator after a night in the club. LeBron and the gang are like, maybe we're looking at things from the wrong lens. Maybe there's a reason why we're losing to these no-name European countries in basketball, and we're supposed to be the dominant leaders. Maybe we should be a little more like Kobe. But Kobe had that gear. He wanted to be the best.